In a bustling city in America, the fluorescent lights of urban innovations buzzed overhead as Marcus Lane adjusted his worn maintenance uniform. As the CEO of this Fortune 500 company, Marcus had become increasingly detached from the everyday lives of his employees. It was this realization that drove him to embark on an undercover mission, spending 3 months working alongside his staff to learn their stories and understand their struggles. One employee in particular caught his attention, Emily Johnson, a customer service representative who consistently stayed late while others rushed home. While her colleagues clocked out at 5 p.m., Emily remained at her desk, taking extra calls and organizing her workspace with meticulous care. Despite the exhaustion etched on her face, she exuded professionalism. One evening, Marcus approached her while pretending to empty the trash bins. "Hey, Emily," he said, pushing his cleaning cart past her desk. She looked up, offering a tired smile. "Hi, Marcus. Just wrapping up some reports." As he pretended to clean, Marcus noticed something strange. She quickly minimized a window on her computer, and for a split second, he caught a glimpse of job listings for night shifts. Why would someone already working long hours seek additional work? "Are you hungry?" he asked, trying to make conversation. "I've got some leftover sandwiches from lunch." Emily's stomach growled audibly, but she shook her head. "No, thanks. I'm okay." Her practiced refusal raised red flags in Marcus's mind. He recognized the signs of someone in need who was too proud to accept help. That night, Marcus made an impulsive decision. He followed Emily as she left the building. Instead of heading to the parking lot, she walked to a nearby bus stop, clutching her bag tightly. The late-night bus dropped her off in an industrial area, far from any residential neighborhoods. Concerned, Marcus trailed her discreetly. Emily ducked into a convenience store, where she approached the counter with a small can of formula and a jar of baby food. As she counted out coins, he watched her return the formula, unable to afford it. His heart sank. It was clear she was struggling to care for a child. As she left the store with just the jar of baby food, she headed toward an underpass. Marcus followed quietly, and what he saw stopped him in his tracks. Hidden behind a concrete pillar was a makeshift living space, a cardboard box reinforced with wooden pallets. Emily approached it, and a young woman emerged, holding a baby no more than 6 months old. "Thanks for watching him, Mia," Emily whispered, taking the infant into her arms. "Same time tomorrow?" The young woman accepted a few crumpled bills before disappearing into the night. Marcus stood rooted, watching as Emily settled into the cardboard shelter. She pulled out a thin blanket, wrapping it around herself and the baby. As the infant fussed, Emily sang a lullaby softly in Spanish, gently feeding him the baby food. The scene shattered Marcus's preconceptions about his employees. Here was a dedicated worker, maintaining professionalism while living under a bridge with an infant. The thought stirred a deep sense of responsibility within him. As if sensing his presence, Emily suddenly looked up, her body tensing. "Who's there?" she called out, clutching her baby closer. Marcus quickly stepped back into the shadows, his mind racing. He couldn't reveal himself, not yet. Any direct intervention might spook her, potentially causing her to quit out of embarrassment or fear. As he made his way back to his car, Marcus began formulating a plan. It would need to be subtle and preserve Emily's dignity. He pulled out his phone, noting the location and jotting down ideas. Little did he know, Emily was watching him leave, her heart racing with fear and resignation. The next morning, Marcus arrived early at Urban Innovations, weighed down by the burdens of his newfound knowledge. He had researched local shelters and family assistance programs, but something told him Emily wouldn't accept such direct aid. During his morning rounds, he observed Emily arriving on time, impeccably dressed despite her situation. She carried a large bag that likely contained everything she owned. Yet there she sat, handling customer calls with unwavering professionalism. "Morning, Emily," he called out casually, emptying her trash bin. "Cold last night, wasn't it?" She stiffened slightly, her fingers pausing over her keyboard. "Yes, but it's supposed to warm up soon." That afternoon, Marcus initiated the first phase of his plan. Using his connections, he arranged for an anonymous benefactor to prepay for a week's stay at a nearby motel. The tricky part would be getting Emily to accept it without raising her suspicions. He enlisted the help of Lily, the kind-hearted front desk clerk at the motel, briefing her thoroughly on the situation. That evening, as Emily walked past the motel, Lily rushed out to greet her. "Excuse me, are you Emily Johnson?" she called, waving an envelope. Emily stopped, clutching her bag closer. "I don't know anyone who would." Lily pressed the envelope into her hands. "It's from a gentleman who was very specific. He said you work at Urban Innovations and carry a blue bag." Inside the envelope, Emily found a key card and a note, 7 nights prepaid. No strings attached. Sometimes help comes from unexpected places. Marcus watched from across the street as Emily's emotions shifted from suspicion to hope. He knew she would likely debate accepting the gift, but with a baby to care for, pride would likely take a back seat. The next morning, Emily arrived at work looking slightly more rested but still guarded. Marcus implemented the next phase by arranging for a prepaid card filled with $500 for groceries and baby supplies to be delivered to her desk. The card arrived in a simple envelope with another note, "For the little one. No one should have to choose between food and formula." As Emily read the note, tears welled in her eyes. She quickly slipped the card into her purse, glancing around nervously. Over the following days, Marcus orchestrated a series of small but significant interventions. Anonymous deliveries of diapers and baby clothes arrived at the motel, along with gift certificates for laundry services. Each gift bore a different note, signed simply, "A friend." Yet Marcus's intentions extended beyond immediate relief. He began laying the groundwork for long-term change. During breaks, he engaged Emily in conversation, learning more about her story. Once a straight-A student aspiring to be a financial analyst, her dreams had crumbled after an unplanned pregnancy and an absent partner. Cut off by her conservative parents, she faced parenthood alone. "Did you ever consider finishing your degree?" Marcus asked one day, recalling his own childhood. Emily's eyes clouded over. "That dream died when my son was born," she said softly, revealing her baby's name. "Dreams don't die, they just need a spark," Marcus encouraged, noticing her newfound determination. Days turned into weeks, and Emily began studying financial websites during her breaks. However, setbacks arose. One morning, she arrived visibly shaken, having missed work due to her son's illness. Seeing her distress, Marcus arranged for emergency daycare services to offer a free trial. "This is incredible," Emily confided later. "It's like the universe is conspiring to help me." As the weeks passed, Emily's hard work culminated in an email from HR regarding an advanced position, financial operations specialist. It came with a significant pay increase and stability, but she'd need to pass a skills assessment. "Are you going to apply?" Marcus asked casually. "Me? Against people with degrees?" Emily replied nervously. "Why not?" "You've been studying," he challenged. "You spot accounting errors others miss." After some hesitation, Emily submitted her application, and over the next 2 weeks, she prepared with fierce determination. Marcus quietly left advanced materials at her desk, fostering her confidence. The day of the skills assessment arrived, and Emily sat among other candidates, including a well-qualified rival. Yet, she stood out with her practical insights from direct experience. After her presentation, Marcus watched as she was offered the position. Along with it, he had arranged a small apartment for her, with the first month's rent paid. "I can't accept this," Emily protested. "Accepting help doesn't diminish you, it empowers you," Marcus replied gently. As Emily settled into her new job and apartment, she began to flourish. But whispers began circulating among co-workers about her rapid ascent, prompting doubts about her qualifications. Marcus, now fully revealing himself as the CEO, saw Emily struggling under scrutiny. He encouraged her to prove herself not just capable but exceptional. In the months that followed, Emily implemented several innovative changes that earned her respect. One day, she received an email inviting her to present at the annual leadership conference. As she prepared, a familiar face appeared in her office, Angela, her former adversary. "I know I'm the last person you want to help," she admitted hesitantly. "Actually, you're just the kind of person this program aims to assist," Emily replied warmly, remembering Marcus's advice about lifting others. The day of the conference arrived, and as Emily presented her journey, she shared how far she had come. She highlighted the importance of seeing potential in every employee and the changes initiated by Marcus, who stood proudly in the audience. The event concluded with resounding applause, not just for Emily but for the culture shift at Urban Innovations. With Marcus's support, she established new programs to nurture talent, ensuring that everyone had a chance to succeed. In the end, Emily realized that the greatest gift Marcus had given her wasn't just a job but the ability to recognize her worth and the power to uplift others. The cycle of kindness had transformed not only her life but the lives of countless employees at Urban Innovations, proving that true success lies in the hands extended to help others along their journey.